We'll go to Arizona State and Utah right now. It is a late night game on Saturday, which will make a little more sense when I get to our last game that we're covering. Arizona State 5.5 point underdogs right now on the road at Utah in Salt Lake City. Total is 48.5 in this one. We were both talking about Arizona State coming into the year, thinking that they were going to have a bit of a tough time without Bo Scadaboo this year. And they stole a win at TCU, it seemed like a couple weeks ago. Maybe they're a little stronger than we expected. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they are. They've shown some chinks in the armor. I will say that they have bounced back in a good way since losing to Mississippi State. I thought that was a tough spot. We didn't preview that game, but I thought it was a good spot for them. And to be honest, I think this is a great spot for Utah. I mean, both teams are off a bye, so it generally, well, no, they're not off a bye. I'm sorry. The bye week usually benefits for both teams, nagging injuries and to some key players, but it mostly helps Utah because Utah's quarterback, Devin Dampier, was kind of banged up after that game against Texas Tech. He did play against West Virginia, and he did okay, but now he had a week to kind of cool things off. But I think the biggest advantage that Utah has is that their trenches. I mean, their trenches are some of the best in the country. And we saw how you beat Utah. You throw the ball. We saw Morton do it. He got knocked out. We saw the backup do it. Arizona State's not really that type of team. I mean, they want to run the football. They are 112th in EPA per rush allowed, so they can run the football, but they can't stop the run. And what Utah does well is run the football. I mean, they cannot stop. I don't think they'll be able to stop Utah's run attack, led by Devin Dampier. Like I said, the secondary got exposed by Texas Tech, but you don't want Sam Levitt dropping back 25, 30 times a game. You kind of want to play field position, kind of hand the ball off to Udo, quick screen actions. You don't want to get them in kind of you want to get them. You want to get them in third and long. Utah's fourth in rush success rate. I trust them to get things done. Arizona State's not good on late downs offensively. They're 111th on third and fourth down success rate, and that's typically when they're in those third and longs. I think Utah's trenches are in for a big game on both sides. This is an excellent spot for them. They need a big win. I mean, Arizona State's off a bye as well after winning back-to-back high leverage games versus Baylor and TCU. I think that Utah takes advantage. I love Utah in the spot. This is going to be one of those signature wins that they get in Big 12 play.
Okay, now tell me this. The 5.5. I mean, I generally am scared of favorites, so I'll put it that way. If anyone's listening to this podcast or me on any podcast, my own, any on this network, for years and years and years, you know that I'm an underdog player. What I feel like with home favorites, especially, I mean, I'm especially learning in the NFL this year that the slight home favorite is not where the money is made. And I wouldn't call Utah that, as they're far above that 3 point key number field goal type of spread. They are below the touchdown, but we're kind of sitting. I know Bill Simmons calls it the Vegas zone, the 5.5, kind of between the 3 and the 7. Does that? How do you feel about the 5.5? Is it pretty much you're taking Utah to win, or a lot of times if you're laying 5.5, you're thinking it's not going to be this close to the game?
Yeah, I do think they win by double digits. That's the reason why I like it. NFL and college, obviously, we know the home field disparity is probably a little bit more bigger in college, especially in a place like Utah, where
Significantly, yes.
they never really lose. I mean, they obviously lost to Texas Tech, but like I said, the matchup kind of dictates what they are. They've had a week to kind of get themselves together, get back healthy. I like Dampier coming off that bye, and I just think that the 5.5 is basically, to me, if you think that the team is going to win by a touchdown or more, then I think the 5.5 is fine. Now, when you get to the 4.5 range, that's a little bit tricky because a team down 10 late, go in, they score a touchdown the back door, they lose by three. So that's a little bit more trickier. But I think 5.5 is fine, winning by a touchdown. In this specific game, if we're just speaking on this game, I do think that Utah wins this game by 10 to 12 points.
And the nice part of mathematics actually helping out the favorite in the situation where a lot of people won't go all the way to score the touchdown late. They'll kick the field goal to cut it to a 7 point
Absolutely.
deficit, and you're still covering that spread.